Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Boleh dengar? Boleh dengar?
Salam, boleh Doktor?
Okay, boleh. Kita mulakan dengan Al-Fatihah. Bismillah. Okey, sekarang ni ada 32 orang yang masuk dalam ni. Sepatutnya kita ada lebih kurang 40 orang kalau ikut dalam AIMS dalam AIMS. Yang berdaftar ni ada 39 pelajar dan dalam WhatsApp ada 40 orang Okey. So sekarang ni yang ada dalam dalam meeting kita pagi ni ada 32 orang. Okey. Okey, selamat datang semua. Kita mulakan kuliah kita.
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Okay.
Doctor, actually, I'm an international.
Okay, sorry. So you don't speak or you don't understand Malay?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. So welcome to all the students. We start our course today for this subject, forecasting, technology forecasting. Okay, for today's session, I'm going to brief you about the course and what you are, and also give introduction to the concept of technology forecasting, and also what you have to do or the requirement to fulfill this course till the end of the semester. Okay. Sabah Masani, where you are from?
Doctor, I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladeshi. Okay. In what year you are in management technology course?
Third year, second semester. Third year, second semester. Third year, second semester.
Okay, third year, second semester. All of the students supposed to be the MOT student. So, okay, let me share with you the course outline for this subject. Can you see now?
Yes, can see.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. The details instruction or the details of this course information you can read by yourself. You can download from e-learning. It's already posted in e-learning, and then you can read the details of this course. Okay, basically, as you can see here, it's written on the synopsis. This course is going to give you exposure or some concepts and understanding about forecasting technology, how we are going to do it, including the techniques and methods in forecasting technology, and also the assessment of the economics impacts, what we can do now for the future. For if we want to gain something in the future, we can prepare or forecast or predict from now. So this course provides or introduce to the student some techniques, methods, and also concept of uh, predicting the future. How we are going to do it. Yeah. Okay. There are 4 CLO or course learning outcome, meaning that at the end of this course, we are supposed to achieve this CLO. And this CLO supposed to meet the program learning outcome at the end of the course. You are this course technology forecasting supposed to give you or to provide to the student in accomplishing the PLO1, PLO2, and also PLO5. Yeah, meaning that you are supposed to gain some knowledge, some application also, and CS for PLO5, CS for communication skills. Yeah. Okay. You can read the detail course implementation, weekly schedule, and sorry, different start. Okay. And the assessment is going to be made, yeah, based on a few category here. You can see now, including individual assignment, yeah, individual assignments, 10% of the total mark. Group project, we have 2 group project. Students are supposed to complete 2 group project, phase 1 and phase 2. I'm going to brief later about the group project. Okay. And then quiz contribute to 10%, test 10%, and final exam 30%. So this is how we are going to conduct our course along the semester. So students have to submit assignment number 1, group project phase 1, group project phase 2, and I'm going also to assign you quizzes, at least 2 quiz take home, or as a homework you are supposed to do quizzes which contribute to 10%, and then test another 10%, and final exam 30%. So it's contribute to 100% of the overall cost. Is there any question regarding cost information? If you have any questions so far, you can put here, or you can also chat. If you have any question, you can chat, or you can raise hand to ask any question regarding course information or the implementation of this course? Okay, let me see students in this meeting. I do not know. Have you previously attended to any of my class previously? Ada tak student yang pernah masuk kelas saya sebelum ni?
No, Doctor.
First time, Doctor.
Huh?
First time.
This is
Yes.
your first time. Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
Ahmad Naufal. Who is Ahmad Naufal? I have.
This is
Sorry.
yeah. Me, doctor.
There's. Did you have attend any of my class before?
No, doctor.
Okay. Who are you and where are you from?
I'm from.
I know there's one Ahmad Naufal doing
no,
MOT.
I am from Indonesia, doctor.
Sorry?
From Indonesia.
Oh, you are from Indonesia.
Yeah.
There's one Naufal from Johor Bahru.
Uh-huh.
Maybe different batch. Okay. Next. Okay. Along this semester, we are going to use WebEx as our meeting media. Yeah. For the lecture, I'm going to use WebEx, and you have also to look at WhatsApp group. Yeah. Because for the communication, it's much easier to communicate via WhatsApp group. For example, if you have anything immediate question, you can easily use WhatsApp to post your message in the WhatsApp group, and inshallah I'm trying to reply as soon as possible to whatever question or matters regarding our costs. Yeah, it's much easier to at any time I can browse WhatsApp group. So we are going to use WebEx as media for the meeting and lecture, and WhatsApp as media for communication. And at the same time, you have also to from time to time to open e-learning. Yeah, because e-learning another media. Normally I used to put the materials to upload the material inside e-learning, so you can download materials for this course from e-learning. And inshallah, I'm also going to share in WhatsApp. Much easier for you to look the materials from WhatsApp group. Okay. The submission of assignment, you can use as mentioned, you can use WhatsApp group, and also you can upload, if the file is big, you can upload into e-learning. Yeah, there's I already allocate in the e-learning when you have to upload your files, your assignment in the e-learning. So 3 media that we are going to use, including WebEx, WhatsApp groups, and also e-learning. Yeah. Okay. Our first lecture is an introduction to technology forecasting. Yeah. An introduction to technology forecasting. Can you see the uh, PowerPoint notes here?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, can
Okay.
see.
Okay, good. If you don't understand or if you have any question, you can just raise hand so we can communicate, because it's important to understand. I'm still new in using this new WebEx. This new WebEx I just download, and it's a bit different from the older version, from last semester version of the WebEx. So many of the uh, key function and so on not appear here. So it takes time for me to learn. Okay. Okay. Today's lecture is about an introduction of technology forecasting. Yeah. The purpose of our today's lecture is to understand why technology forecasting, and what technology forecasting and how to forecast. Okay. Outline of this lecture. If we are not finished today, we can continue on Wednesday. Okay. The first part is the introductory examples of over, underestimation, and accurate forecast. Next, why forecasting? And number 3, integrating technology forecasting into strategy. Alternatives to forecasting. What is technology forecasting? Most commonly forecasted attributes. And finally, forecasting techniques. Okay, for this group, have you take this strategic management of managing technology as a course?
Doctor.
Dah pernah ambil tak subjek strategic management?
Tahun 4, Doctor.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to touch a bit. Okay, another question. How many of you in this group have never taken additional mathematics? during your secondary school, of course, most of you have done modern mathematics. How many of you do not have additional mathematics? Anybody in this group?
Oh, yes, Doctor.
Who?
Muhammad Faiz.
Naufal. Huh?
Muhammad Faiz.
Muhammad Faiz. Okay. You bukan dari aliran sains.
Bukan, Doktor. Saya bukan aliran sains.
Okay, tak pernah buat additional mathematics. Okay. Nanti saya cuba bantulah setakat mana yang boleh ya. Because in this subject we are going to use some mathematical models or calculation, or for example, when we are going to understand the trend extrapolation, there are some background of additional mathematics required. Much easier for those who have additional mathematics background to understand the calculation. Never mind, but that's not the requirement, because we are not focusing on the absolute calculation. So partly we use the mathematical calculation. Okay. To understand, why it is important of forecasting technology, we can understand through some examples, in from the previous or from the history, how forecasting technology important. Okay, the first is about underestimation. There are many examples of underestimation, especially in production. They estimate lower than what the market demand, meaning that it's underestimation. For quantity demanded is more than what they produce. For example, when Apple introduced iPhone in Australia, within 2 weeks sold out. Whereas they forecast or they predict that it's for 1 year introductory marketing of the iPhone. However, during the first 2 weeks, it sold out. Why it sold out within these 2 weeks? That's another question. The first problem is underestimation. The quantity produced is less than quantity bought by the people in Australia. So they underestimate the sales figure. And suppose they can make more money. However, within a short time, they have to pool all their resources to expedite the production process. Why? Because of the demand is more than what they have prepared to produce. This is called underestimation. Okay. Another question that I posed just now. Why it sold out within 2 weeks? Any response from the student?
High in demand.
Sorry? High
Because
demand. Yes, yes. Why is so high demand within the first 2 weeks? Why people rushing? And some of them even they queue up before the launching of the iPhone. Some of them they send people, they pay some money to queue. Some people queue to buy this iPhone.
Doctor,
And sorry.
Doctor, maybe it was very new and had a different features, very new features than other competitor at that time.
Yes. Yeah, partly it's true. Yeah, because for the technology enthusiasts, they always look something new. So our iPhone has introduced something new, so that people, many people, queue, waiting for to buy the product. Yeah, another explanation is that within these 2 weeks, yeah, customer can get original product. In many cases, yeah, other imitator, Chinese imitator, Korean imitator, yeah, other intelligent, they start, yeah, copying or imitate the product, the new product, yeah, emerging in the market, and start copying or imitating the product. Yeah. That's why, as we can see, at one time, uh, China uh, uh, have produced the external device, one external device which can connect to iPhone. Yeah, and China product of external device have more function compared to the original iPhone external device, and they have a better one in terms of offering the what we call it value uh, to the customer. Of course, customer will prefer that Chinese external device which can connect, can be used with iPhone terminal or iPhone product, and the price also lower than the original iPhone external device. Just imagine that within a few weeks they come out with something imitate, and of course this is the true. If you, yeah, we have learned from the case of Loyat Plaza in Kuala Lumpur. They have so many what we call clone, imitate, copy product. Yeah, as they say, clone product. Yeah, clone product. Almost everything similar. The function also can function. That's the clone product. However, the price is a bit low compared to the original one, and they also come out with imitate product, different name, yeah, different brand name, and it's imitate with a cheaper or lower price. However, some function may or may not work properly, such as GPS inside that imitate product may not work as the original product. Yeah? And they have copies functions, or we can also see many in product, we call it copied, which combine function from many other original product. So that's another explanation of why it sold out within 2 weeks launching, because people are rushing to get the original. Yeah. After that, the possibility of cloning, imitating. There's always possibility. Okay, that's the first example. Most mobile telephones, such as iPhone, as I mentioned just now, and also even other brand name, when they first introduced, such as Nokia in the beginning of the mobile phone history, such as NMT 450, NMT 900, and then GSM, the first model. They underestimate the receptance, or as the diffusions, as fast as what's happened in history. So they have to pool their resources. They have to expedite the production process to meet the customer demand. Yeah. So there we can see there's important of to have forecasting, to have a good prediction or good estimation. Yeah, in terms for in this example, in terms of the unit to produce, how much to produce. So you have to estimate the sale figure. Yeah, and it's also happened to as experienced by Proton in Malaysia. Yeah, when Proton was first introduced in 1993, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, 1983. Yeah, yeah, that's national car. Has start, yeah, sometime in 1983 or 84. In what year you have been born?
99, Doktor.
1999. Okay, okay. Almost 16 years earlier than that, when Proton has introduced first car, yeah, in Malaysia, national car, Proton Saga. The customer have to wait more than 9 months to receive that car. You just imagine you have the money, you have paid the installment, and yet you not receive the car, except after 9 months. The queuing number is so many people. Why? Because of underestimation. Yeah? The capability or the capacity of Malaysian manufacturing or Proton manufacturing at that time did not meet the sale figure of Proton Saga at that time. Yeah, and of course now they have established Proton City, and they have expand the manufacturing. The capacity also has been great, and of course they try to meet to match the capacity, production capacity, and also the sale figure. Okay. Another example is about overestimation. Yeah, and then we can appreciate the importance of technology forecasting. Okay. In history, there are many examples of overestimation. You can, if you are interested, you can browse in, or you can Google online. Mostly video phones, space traveler, ultrasonic, nuclear power, and many other examples. Okay, video phones. Video phones was the idea has come out sometime in 1920s. Yeah. And then many big company they invest in this terminal or this technology to realize video phones. What is meant by video phones? Previously, during my time, they show, we call it science fiction movie or science fiction TV series. They have, they show um, a TV attached to the wall and also connect to the cable phone. Yeah? That was previously the idea of a video phone, where you can talk, you can communicate via phone, and at the same time you can watch uh, the face of the people talking on the TV, yeah, the screen, which attached to the wall. That's the idea of early video phones. You can just Google video phones, and they the history, and there will be image, a lot of image of the early video phones. However, uh, it's not realized until 1980 something. Yeah, from 1920 20s, 1930, 1950, 60, a few of the investors frustrated with the idea and they stopped investing. And 1980s, uh, yeah, company have they managed to introduce teleconferencing. Teleconferencing, the concept is almost the same as video phones, where you can watch or see the face to face via screen. Yeah, teleconferencing, they have a TV screen or big screen, and then they have an input device. We can talk and also can see the lecture and face of the people who communicate via that teleconferencing. Uh, and then in 1996, yeah, uh, the first, you have been born in 1999, okay. 1996, there's application like Skype. Yeah, people can communicate using Skype. After Pentium has introduced Pentium 2. Yeah. However, the Skype at that time was very slow. For example, like I'm talking to you now. There's noise and slow as well. Yeah, the reception of the voice very slow, and of course the picture, the quality of the picture, and the movement of the body and so on, it's not as smooth as what we have now. So the inventor understand, or the innovator understand that one of the bottleneck in realizing video phones at that time in history, due to the processor. Yeah. Pentium, by using Pentium 1, we cannot have this video phone function, meaning that we can see the face and we can talk at the same time. Yeah. But after having the Pentium 2 processor, we can realize, but with slow speed and also noise and lots of problem. And then after Pentium have improved incrementally, the capacity of the processor, and we have a better application of video phone in computer. In even now we can talk and also see a picture in our phone. Yeah, have a video phone, via WhatsApp, and now we are watching and talking at the same time via WebEx. You can also use your phone, your tablets, laptop, and other terminals. So, in what sense is overestimate? Because in 1920, in 1930, investors are interested in this product, video phones, and they have invested lots. However, some of them frustrated during 1950s, 1960s, and some of them 1970s, because after a few decades, it's not yet realized. Yeah, so this is too much estimate compared to the capability of producing it or feasibility of achieving the functions. Yeah? So that's why we call it overestimation. Yeah? From 1920s till 1980 something, teleconferencing, and then 1996, if I'm not mistaken, we can use Skype. Yeah, after Pentium introduced Pentium 2. And most of the space travelers, when I was during my childhood, most of the at that time, science fiction movie or TV series showing in after the year 2000, most people living in space. That was during my childhood. Yeah, they show on TV, and not only on TV, but USA and also USSR, Soviet Union, as a big empire. Yeah, they have invest not million but billions of money to realize space traveling's intentions or ambitions. If you want to go outside the space, you want to travel on the space, or they predict after the year of 2000. Now we are in the year of 2020, 2021. They said after new millennium, after 2000, year 2000, many people will go outside the space, and many of the people will stay in the space stations. So what's happened now? Only Russia space station still operating in the space. Now we have the opportunity to send one of our citizen, Muzaffar. He have the opportunity to go to that Russian space station. And what happened to other space stations not operating? Most of them obsolete. Whereas to start up or to establish, to develop one space station is billions project, meaning that billions of US dollar project. And that's also one of the reasons the collapse of the pool or pool system, where at that time previously USSR were competing. USSR was competing with USA in terms of technology, and they invest a lot in space traveling or space exploration. And where they get the money? From all the country or the states inside that USSR. And what happened to the USSR? Collapse. uh, early of 1980. If I'm not mistaken, 19 1989. Yeah, 1990 is already correct. 1989, USSR as a big empire. At the time, previously during my time when we learned geography, we can see the maps of USSR from west to the east, from the east to the west of, if you can see, you can imagine the uh, Asia, on the top, the north part of Asia, land, from the west to the east belong to USSR, United Soviet Russia. And they pull the money because at that time USSR was under communism, central government. Yeah, they pull the money from all the country, and they have it's a central government. They use lots of money in space traveling investment, whereas the people inside the countries suffering, and some of them even many of the country inside USSR peoples are suffering because they don't have enough food to eat, because under communism you have to share what you earn. You have to give to the government, and then government give to you some portion, less than 30% of what you earn. You have to give to the central government, and then they give back only some small portion. And some of them, many of them, they are suffering. They were suffering, and due to suffering, they don't have enough food to eat and so on. People, there are lots of revolutions. They changed the government and split USSR, and then they become a split government. Yeah, that's an example of space travelings. Yeah, or overestimation of most space traveling project. You can also Google if you are interested to know about this space traveling project. Yeah. Now there's still a small minor project has continued. Yeah. For example, exploration to Mars. Yeah. Previously, many company are interested. For example, in building um, spaceship. For example, we have US producing, NASA, for example, producing a spaceship to fly to outer space, and also France, with the investment of many companies in Europe, they come up with Ariane. Maybe you do not and never heard about Ariane, Ariane, Ariane. Ariane 1, Ariane 2, 3 to 5. Yeah. And of course, Russian much earlier than NASA in producing spaceship. And one spaceship itself is take lots of money. Yeah, it's $1 billion of money. Okay, another overestimation also happened in ultrasonic. Many ultrasonics project. Yeah. One of good, or we call it magnificence technology of ultrasonic technology is Concorde. Have you heard about the story of Concorde? Anybody have read or have the idea of the story of the Concorde? Yeah, during my time, I was in UK. Yeah, I have a chance to watch to see how Concorde fleet take over from Heathrow. Yeah, even we are inside the building, we can hear the sounds when Concorde want to take off from the uh, Heathrow. The sound is so loud. Yeah. Uh, Even we are in the building, in the airport building, we can hear the sound of Concords. So what happened to Concorde now? It's not exist in the market. Of course, it still exists in museum, but not exist in the market. You can read the story of Concorde. Very sad story because it's they call it magnificent technology. However, poor marketing strategy or poor application of the use of that applications of the Concorde. Yeah. Don't you? Anybody know about the story of the Concorde? Okay. Let me try to find. Can you see? This is
Doctor.
Concorde. This is Concorde, one of the magnificent technology produced in time. Yeah. Uh, it can fly from UK within 40 minutes. From UK to US within 40 minutes. Whereas other plane or fleet take or took 4 hours, yeah, to fly from UK, from France, uh, by using ordinary fleets, passenger fleets. It took 4 hours or more than 4 hours. And using this fleet, Concorde, which use ultrasonic technology, they have reduced the duration of flying from UK or from France to USA or from USA to Europe. Yeah, the speed has been increased and the duration has been reduced to 40 minutes. However, the sad story, since it's very fast flying, So they make it exclusive. Yeah. The passenger or the customer have to pay more. If you want to fly with Concorde at that time, you have to pay more because the marketing of this company Concorde, they make it no the sorry the producer different company Concorde company, but the flying company the flying company have mark up the price. They they make it exclusive by providing more service, more what we call it customer service or tailored service to the customer. For example, if you are flying from the UK, you have your own waiting room, yeah? uh, and you have your own direct route from that waiting room to that Concorde fleet. If you want to, and also they provide so many other special service on the plane. Even before the plane fly, you can have. They offer you many extra special service, and for that service you have to pay more. And what's happened? Yes, many people, only a few people use that fleet. Many people use ordinary or normal fleets to fly from Europe to US because it's cheaper. Yeah, and the price for using this service of Concorde service is expensive, and due to its exclusiveness. So after some time, yeah, only a few customer use Concorde, and they did not cover the cost of operation. And after some time, they have to stop the operation of the Concorde. You can read, you can browse on the Google, and you can read the history of magnificent technology, but lousy marketing strategy. Yeah. Very frustrated. We have a good technology, and you can see this is how it takes off. The sound is very loud due to ultrasonic technology. Boom, 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 boom. We can hear even in the building. I have that experience sometime in 1990, if I'm not mistaken, at the airport, Heathrow Airport. It's at 4 o'clock in the evening. It's take off from Heathrow to US. Okay, nuclear power as well. According to the study of nuclear power, the power, according to the estimation or the prediction or the usage of nuclear power, they said that it's a superpower, like ultrasonic as well. It's a superpower, supersonic. Like as I give you example of Concorde. Concorde is a supersonic, ultrasonic power, and the power of nuclear also estimated as unlimited use or application of nuclear power. So what's happened now? They are trying to limit the usage or application of nuclear power. So application and in terms of application and also usage and also utility, we can say it's overestimation. In reality, they have restricted the use of nuclear power. Even we in Malaysia have not granted the permission to use nuclear power plant. And even Iran have the long history. Yeah, for example, in Iran, they want to use that nuclear power for energy purpose, but till now it's not granted the permission, yeah, by the United Nations or by the USA. So it's overestimate in terms of the capability of that power and the reality. Yeah. In reality, it has been restricted for using the nuclear power and many other examples. Okay, next we go to correct forecast. Yeah, correct forecast meaning that the for example the performance and cost computation. Yeah, in many cases. Sorry.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yeah.
If we need to use nuclear power, do we need permission from siapa, Doctor? From who we need to have a permission and why?
Yeah.
If we want to develop nuclear or using a nuclear power.
Okay. First, try to think why. Why people are, yeah, especially after the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing. Yeah, just imagine the atomic bomb, the capability of what's and also the impact of that bombing, and even after decades, when they use nuclear power or application of atomic bomb in what we call it military purpose, yeah, and the impact to the not only to one nation but to the human being, yeah, and even till now, uh, after generations of um, um, after decades and after a few generations, still some cases of suffering of people in Japan. And yeah, lately, after earthquake near to uh, I did not remember the place in Japan, yeah, where after the earthquake, they have problem in the nuclear plant in Japan, and people suffering. And one of we call it empathy city, Chernobyl. You can read you can Google and read. You can see the development, the building and the establishment in Chernobyl, but due to leakage of the nuclear plant, not only people or human beings suffering, but many they have found many species mutant change. Many species become mutant. Macam itu cerita apa? Ninja Turtle. Ninja Turtle tu like the Ninja Turtle due to some nuclear leakage, they have changed to Ninja Turtle. That's the cartoon, but in reality, till now, you can search on Chernobyl in USSR. Yeah, the leakage have huge impact on not only humanity, the plants, the flora, and the animals. Yeah, so they have restricted the usage of nuclear power because due to the hazardous, yeah, or impact of the misuse or abuse or leakage. We call it misuse, abuse of leakage of technology. Of course, nuclear power have its goodness as well. Yeah, power plant has been many power plant in such as in Europe has changed. They have saved fuel like charcoal, um, petroleum by using nuclear power instead of using submarine. Another example, submarine also use nuclear power instead of using um, uh, petrol-based energy. Uh, uh, you can also read about the nuclear power plant in Iran. So for so many years they try to, but not yet grant the permission. And yeah, one of the reason of the collapse of Iraq, for example, yeah, due to one of the reason gave by US, they say Iraq have the nuclear weapons, eh, missile and so on. So they attack Iraq, and till now it's still collapse. It's still yeah, the establishment in Iraq is still slow. Yeah, the nation. So the impact or the effect, the negative impact or the negative effect is so much. Now it's nuclear power is under the United Nations. Um, in bracket USA, yeah, because United Nations, Soviet Union, also Russia, also uh, two powerful votes in United Nations. Okay, correct forecast normally in manufacturing, in production, where they estimate the sales figure and how much cost or the performance and cost. Yeah. Sales or return, economic return in terms of how much based on cost. Yeah, like in the calculation, unit price and cost. For example, uh, one piece of burger, how much you want to have a unit of burger, to produce a unit of burger, maybe RM1. The bun, the meat, the vegetable, the sauce, everything. Okay, how much they sell the burger? The price of one burger, RM2. The unit cost of one burger is RM1. So you can predict the profit or the return or the performance based on cost computation. Almost correct. Yeah. In many cases, the cost computation or the mathematical calculation always correct. So this is about prediction or forecasting or estimation. However, we use the term forecast in Malaysia normally for weather forecast. And of course, our weather in Malaysia is almost stable. Yeah, that's almost every weather forecast in Malaysia almost correct. meaning that what has been forecast or predict for next day or for 1 week, normally always correct. For example, if we watch in the TV during 8 o'clock news, they will show you weather forecast. Tomorrow will be rain in certain place, and inshallah normally it's correct. That's weather forecast in Malaysia, but not in Europe. Yeah, when you are in Europe, many times it's not correct at all. So does it mean that it's not useful? That's you have to think. Yeah. For example, the weather forecast. Yeah, when I was in UK and also in Europe, in several places in Europe, yeah, the weather forecast said it's going to be windy and cold tomorrow. So you have prepare, of course, wearing thick coat, yeah, because when it's windy and even cool, it's cold actually. For Malaysian, it's cold. Sejuk yang sangat. We have to cover ourselves. Otherwise, we have problem. For example, we want to go to university, and then when we want to return, it's very cold. Yeah, so we have to bring a thick coat to cover ourselves. However, it's not what as predicted or as forecasted last night. So many times, and sometimes when they say it's a sunny day or it's a bright day. When I was in Sweden, yeah, Swedish people, they like to go out sunbathing. Yeah, some of them they open everything, yeah, in the public space. Yeah. And yeah, you prepared something like that, but it's happened to be cool or cold. Cool normally around 11 degree Celsius. Cool, considered as cool, 11, 12, but it's cold for us. Yeah, even in this air conditioning, we have 20 to 24 degree of Celsius. In Sweden, 11, 13 is considered as cool. It's even it's sunny and it's considered as cool. And many people go out and sunbathing. Yeah. But for us, it's cold. Yeah, 11, 10 degree of Celsius. Okay, we continue. Can you follow so far? Yeah, I'm just telling or sharing with you some story about underestimation. Um, can you follow? Is there any question?
Good,
This is
Doctor.
sorry. Yeah, this is the problem of talking with the screen. You know? Yeah, but Alhamdulillah, anyway, we can still continuing our study. A student can study, and inshallah, this problem will soon uh, and eliminate, and we can have in-class lecture. I prefer in-class lecture. I can talk to the student. I can share stories and talking and looking at this screen. Is demotivate actually. However, we have to proceed. Okay. Can you see this new slide? Why forecasting technology? Why forecasting technology? Okay, you can read so many point here you can read by yourself. The first one is important to every technology related decision. Why? Because forecasting as support information in making decision. Without a good forecast, it can be underestimate, it can be overestimate. So you need some basis for good forecast, especially once it relate to technology decision. Whether you want to adopt a technology or whether you want to introduce, when to introduce a technology or a product, you need technology forecasting. For example, in Malaysia, we can see the competition between Perodua and Proton. Yeah? And unfortunately, in many cases, Proton is a bit slow compared to Perodua in introducing new product. Yeah? Sometimes, Proton, people at Proton, they say, oh, they are coming out with passenger car, a new passenger car or compact car, for example. Yeah? And at the same time, Perodua already launched booking of their new compact car. Timing is very important in forecasting. Yeah. So when to launching or to market the product also important. Yeah. So with a bad or without a good forecasting of technology, yeah, you cannot compete in the market. Like what's happened to Proton. You can see many product generation of Protons or Perodua. And Perodua always have the competitive advantage in terms of speed in introducing their new generation or new product into the market. Iris and, for example, in Viva, for example. Yeah. Before that, they have before Viva. What's Perodua? The same compact car. So Perodua, in terms of the product introduction, they are earlier than Proton. People were waiting when they want to introduce, and at the same time, Perodua already asked for booking. If you want to book, you can come and test drive of their compact car. Okay, economies of speed. Being first in the market, as I did mention just now, being first in the market, or market introduction, yeah, or being early in the market. Being first in the market, this is all the marketing concept. For example, like what we have in Malaysia market, Colgate, Maggi. Yeah. During my childhood, Colgate actually is belong to British company. Yeah. So Colgate Malaysia have a license to produce Colgate and market Colgate product in Malaysia. Yeah. But then after some time, when people want to buy toothpaste, they will say buy Colgate. Why? Because Colgate was the first product in the market. The same also to Maggi. Maggi, yeah. Students should know about Maggi. Yeah. Okay, Maggi. Even student buying other brand name, they will say Maggi. Maggi Chintan. Chintan is another brand name. It's not Maggi. Yeah, but people because it's the first product has been introduced in the market, so it's synonym with the instant noodles. The instant noodle, Maggi. Toothpaste, Colgate. Yeah. So being first in the market is important. You place your product in the market, yeah, when others not yet ready to market. Yeah. This is economies of speed, meaning that benefits accrue from being speedy. Yeah, benefits. There are so many benefits. Accruals for being speedy. Yeah, especially in market introduction, in innovation, you have to be even in delivery. Nowadays we have so many delivery service. Last time, a student posting assignment using a few service post service, and it seemed like post laju is not competitive in terms of speedy delivery. Yeah? Some students who use post laju, yeah, it take maybe 1 week to reach me, and some of them after the due date, yeah, of the assignment only I receive those who post through post laju, yeah, by Post Malaysia Berhad, yeah, and many other service offer better speedy of delivery of parcels. Okay. Benefits accrue from being speedy in terms of delivery, in terms of being first in the market. English proverb say early bird catch more worms. Burung yang cepat dapat banyak cacing. Early bird catch more worm. Especially in the morning, we can see many birds come out. Why? Because of they want to have their foods. Yeah. So this is the economics of speed. And next, to guide resource allocation, where you want to make investment and why, how much, yeah, especially in investment. You have to focus. If you want to make more money, so you have to foresee what's will happen to your investment. Yeah, especially money, not only money, resource meanings, not only money, but also manning the human resource, also where you want to allocate your people, your workers, and so on. To identify, evaluate market opportunity and threats. Integrate into corporate strategic planning to guide staff, facilities, and capital planning. To develop administrative plan, strategies, policy. To assist R&D development, management. To evaluate new products and process. Okay, this is an example of integrating technology forecast into strategy, corporate strategy, corporate or strategic of the company. Okay, here I give you two example of competitive goals, profitability, market size. If you're in your strategic management, your goal is to achieve profitability or to broaden your market share and market size. Of course, you need a strong, basic, patented product or technology. Yeah. You need protection like patent, but your technology itself must be very strong or basic. What is meant by basic? Something that is important or used in many other product. That basic. For example, in our mobile phone or in any electronic device, in the display, the screen, the laptop. Yeah. What is the basic technology? They all of this electronic device they require or they need what we call IC, integrated circuit, or in microchip they have a smaller, very tiny integrated circuit. So it's common to the market. No need to compete among the producer. Yeah, all of the producer they use IC in their product. So it's basic. It's generic. Generic means that technology have a huge application. It can be applied in many product. Okay. In front of me, I have Acer display, PC, and also beside me, I have HP. Different brand name, but they use strong or basic, or we call it generic technology. That is IC. Yeah. Diode, capacitor, and so on. Okay, I stop you. I show you. Okay, I see it's not meant. You can you see the picture, the image now? Can you? I'm not sure whether you can see the picture now.
Yes,
Okay,
Doctor.
it's not IC identity card because when I browse, I Google the IC, it's come out also the identity card. But what I mean here is the IC. You can see here. This is the IC chip or microchip used in almost all the electronic product. Diodes. Okay, this is the image of diode. Easily you can see inside the remote control, TV remote control. If you have TV at home, try to open and then see inside this. This is what we can say basic and generic, because it can be applied in many application or many usage. This is capacitor. In radio, in TV, in almost all electronic product. So, or this is if the company, the producer that come up with this technology, IC, diode, capacitor, mostly American. they have come out a long time ago, since 1970, 1950s, such as Texas Instrument, TI, Motorola, and Motorola still now still working. They come out with a tiny microchip that can be implanted into the heart to support the heartbeat. So it's applied in human being for the biomedic engineering as well. You can see, as I did mention just now, the basic knowledge, the technology come from chip. Before they come out with tiny microchip, they come chip, and before chip they have those IC, integrated circuit, as I showed to you just now. Okay, that's basic or generic technology. And then patented, you have to cover, protect your technology with patent. And nowadays, Alhamdulillah, UTM as well have the number of patent keep on increasing, after years. And when I was start working in UTM, only 1 or 2, 3 technology registered, and now of course it's come to obsolete. Lock in meaning that one is enter the market and it's lock the market. No replacement or no substitution, meaning that people still use that technology or that techniques. This is what is meant by lock in. You lock the market, such as QWERTY, as you can see in front of you, QWERTY, which was introduced previously in typewriter. Why QWERTY? Anybody know why they sort the alphabetical order on the keyboard, which was previously on the typewriter? Why they use QWERTY? Any idea? I have in front of me the keyboard, and also if you are using laptop, you have the QWERTY. And if you use telephone as well, the alphabetical order is QWERTY. If you use the tablet, they have touch screen technology, also appear QWERTY. Why not A, B, C to Z? Why QWERTY? Any idea?
Maybe dia paling atas kot, doktor. And then
Sebab dia paling atas.
maybe not sure.
Saya tengok dalam telefon saya ni QWERTY. Kan? Bila kita buka, for example, kita buka WhatsApp, yang keluar QWERTY. Katalah saya nak tulis kat WhatsApp ni. Kenapa? Why the alphabetical order QWERTY? Why not A, B, C to Z? We learn in school A, B, C to Z.
Because people type too fast.
People type too fast. Okay. Simple reason. When they introduce typewriter, they make the ergonomic study. Or we call it work study. That's engineering. That's, we call it work study. In management as well, we do work study, industrial engineering or industrial management. Work and time study, when they combine, and also precision engineering. So the simple explanation is precision engineering. In terms of speed, according to the study, and also in terms of the ergonomic, the interaction between man and machine, they have found the sorting from QWERTY is much faster according to our finger. Yeah. Yeah, the early study is much more efficient, or we call it precision engineering, much precise. Yeah, to use this thumb for the space bar and this finger for Q and so on. Yeah. However, that was introduced in typewriter. It's mechanical. Yeah, typewriter is mostly mechanical. But then we have now digital input device. We have touch screen and also pen computing. Even pen computing, you have to the tips of the pen point. You have to touch that QWERTY. Yeah. It's not precise. Even the my finger is bigger than the this input device for QWERTY. Yeah. Okay. um, however, yeah, it's not just justifiable to use QWERTY in according to the precision engineering. If you want to use QWERTY, it's not justifiable in this small telephone, because you cannot punch, you cannot type both hands. You cannot to touch this QWERTY on the telephone. So, but people keep on using QWERTY. Yeah, the producer keep on using QWERTY. Why? This is what I told you just now. It's we call it lock-in. Since it start introducing in the market, it's lock the market, and producer use it. Even they don't have pattern. If they have pattern, it's only after 20 years it's expired, so others can use it. But QWERTY, people get used with the QWERTY, and it's locked in the market. Yeah, or maybe other means such as Cartel and Monopoly. Cartel is a giant company which monopolize, or we call it monopolistic economy, like OPEC. Yeah, OPEC is a big giant company membered by a few countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran. Yeah, they become the member of the cartel, and they decide most of the price. Not only the price of the petrol or the oil, because other commodity price also fluctuate according to the price of oil. When the price of oil, compare, for example, the price of benzene or petrol early of last year and early of this year. Yeah. When it start COVID-19, the price of oil in all over the world lowering down. So the price of commodity at the time last year is quite stable. But now the price of commodity, almost all of commodity in the world, increasing. Why? Because of the increase of the price of oil. And who play this price fluctuation? This cartel. Yeah? Cartel, the oil company in Saudi, belong to Saudi, belong to Iran, and many other country. Yeah. So the cartel is, we call it monopolistic. They control. Or monopoly, as in our country, Malaysia, we have power supply from TNB, Tenaga Nasional Berhad, and we have telecom for telecommunication. And telecom considered as the standard. So they set the price and so on. So other telecommunication company have to follow their pricing strategy. Yeah. TNB, the only supplier of electricity in Malaysia, so it's become as a monopolistic company. Yeah. Post Malaysia as well. Yeah, we don't have. Yeah, if ordinary post, for example, though we have other courier, but Post Malaysia is still considered as one of the monopolistic company in Malaysia. What else? We have kereta api Tanah Melayu, trains. Yeah, if you want to travel by train, there's only one train company. So this is monopoly. They can play the price. Yeah. That's how company make profit or market share or market size. Monopoly or monopolistic, they dominate most of the business in the market. Yeah, like kereta api Tanah Melayu Malaysia, so it's dominate. Yeah, the business. Okay, next, common competitive strategy like product differentiation, cost, quality, leadership, customer intimacy. This is all the strategy. Yeah. Product differentiation. You want to have different in your product. You have to come up with the best product. There are company producing only the best product, always being the best in the market. Yeah. Okay. Sample. Okay, for electrical electronics, yeah. Sony is one of the best, always become the best. Yeah, a high quality product. Or maybe, for example, like we have phone. iPhone is one of the best product. Always become the best iPhone. Though, yeah, according to the study, because when iPhone launching a new product, many technological enthusiasts, yeah, we call it early mover, they will prefer iPhone. Yeah, at one time, Samsung as well. Yeah, one of the top best phones, yeah, producer. And previously, Nokia, we have Ericsson. Yeah, they always competing to be their best. Okay. Cost leadership, meaning cost saving, best cost or operational excellence. Sony is one of the best operational excellence or the best cost. That's why they can operate in Malaysia. For a long time, Sony was operating in Malaysia. They not only produce with a cheaper production cost compared to other electrical electronic company, and also they can offer cheaper price for their product compared to other high quality product. When I was work with Grundig is one of the high quality product, but it cannot market in the Malaysia. For example, home theater. For one set of home theater, Grundig home theater, it cost more than 25 Malaysia ringgit at that time, sometime in 1993. For a complete set home theater, and we can have almost the same quality of home theater with Sony for about 10 Malaysia ringgit. 10 Malaysia ringgit. 10,000 Malaysia ringgit. 10K Malaysia ringgit. So in terms of pricing, Sony was the best at that time. Why? Because they can save costs. Yeah. Best in terms of operational excellence. Yeah. They can save lots of money. That's why they can reduce the price of their product. And Grundig, after at the turn point 1993, before I'm joining UTM, they cannot operate. They cannot continue to operate in Malaysia because they cannot market their product due to the high price and also high costs as well in terms of operation. So they have to move out from Malaysia. Yeah. That's cost of quality leadership. If you want to be, this is one of the strategy. You want to maintain your existence in the market. You have to be to save the cost or best operational. Okay, next, customer intimacy or best total solution. So total solution, meaning that you are focusing on client. You have customer intimacy, after sales service, or even you have a best service. Yeah. Or value proposition to the customer. Yeah. People will prefer to use your service due to utility. Yeah. People satisfaction or customer satisfaction. Okay, example, one of good example is okay. The plane company, yeah. For example, we have Malaysian Airline, the airline company. We have Malaysian Airline. Malaysian Airline trying to improve their service by offering many good service, but still, yeah, after years or decades, Malaysian Airline having problem. Yeah, after time and time, the government take action to save the Malaysian Airline company, yeah, because they are having problem in terms of customer intimacy. Yeah, comparing to other fleet, people will prefer other airlines. Yeah, one of the best airline in our region is Singapore Airline. Yeah, SA. Singapore Airline is much better than. Though we can fly, we can arrive at the same time. For example, we take the fleet from Singapore or from Johor Bahru to KL, and then KL flying to Europe. But in terms of the service, Singapore Airline much better. Yeah, such as the steward or stewardess, they have a better service. The steward and stewardess on Singapore Airline or Emirates. Emirates, another example. If we are flying from KL, for example, KLIA, Emirates Airlines is much better compared to the service of the stewardess, the foods, and many others. Yeah. We can feel the senang cakap arrogant lah, ya. Kalau you naik kapal terbang Mars, terbang ataupun Virgin Atlantic, flying with Mars, joining with Mars. Virgin Atlantic is British company, join with Malaysian Airlines. Dia punya stewardess dia belagak lah, senang kata. Orang tua macam saya pun kena marah. Memang tak ada courtesy lah. Senang cerita macam tu. Okay, we stop here. And insyaAllah we'll continue we will continue on Wednesday. Okay. You have to refer to e-learning. Refer to e-learning and start reading the assignment, individual assignment. I have already upload the instruction for assignment number 1 is your individual assignments. And this individual assignment supposed to be complete and submit within 2 weeks time. By 27 of March, you have to complete the assignment number 1. Okay. Download or read the instruction of assignment number 1. If you have any question regarding the assignment number 1 or any other things, you can ask me in WhatsApp group, or you can raise the question during WebEx meeting in next meeting, inshallah in Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday at 12. Inshallah meet again, see you again. If you have any question or you want to post anything, you can share in WhatsApp group. And also attendance. Sorry, I forget to include in this WebEx. So, inshallah, we'll share the attendance for this meeting. See you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Salam. Thank you, Doctor.
Salam. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mana?